Greetings, YouTube. It's Matt from the Green Arcade. We're back. Just in time. We need to offload our combine. Alright, let's do it. Gotta go out on the crop a little bit. Ugh, man, my legs hurt today. We had a glass bottle of our, we use that contrast dye for some studies. One of the girls accidentally knocked it off of a tray that we have, and it hit the ground. And I've knocked them off too, but usually they don't break. This one shattered, and we were back there picking up all the little shards of glass. They were big enough to pick up with your fingers, and then we swept up the rest of it. But we later on got a broom and swept up the rest of it. Yeah, we basically, the whole process of bending over, standing up, putting it on we had a little kind of like a drape, paper towel type thing that we were putting them on and just throwing them in the sharps container. And the repeated process of bending down there, flexing down there, picking up all those pieces. I think I activated some muscles I haven't used in a while, because the legs, they're barking today. Feels like I did a leg day, and I hadn't done a leg day in 30 years or something. Tells me, number one, I'm out of shape, of course, and number two, I'm older than I was. But there wasn't anybody else there to do it. Sometimes it's gotta be done. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get a barbecue pizza. I haven't had a barbecue pizza in a while. Get one of those tomorrow. Sean, what is your food of choice for the Daytona 500? What are you having for snacks? What are you having for a meal? Do you go the barbecue route? Do you go burger route, pizza route, chicken route? What do you do for the Daytona 500? What's your go-to? Not sure yet. I figured you would have had that planned out. I remember back in the day, you'd have a list of like all kinds of goodies. Yeah, Daytona 500 is NASCAR. Morning, Trent. Might get some pizza rolls. I like some pizza rolls. Trying to eat healthier nowadays. Yeah, I understand that. Maybe you could do like a veggie tray, or I can go to the store and get a veggie tray, and it'll have like carrots and like little things of broccoli on it, and little things of celery. It'll usually come. I'll usually get some extra like light ranch dip. Get some stuff like that for a snack. Even fruit trays. They have the fruit trays that you can get for that as well. Hey, look! I can't see my crop again. I wondered how long it was going to take. Can't see my corn. This is a giant's problem. This grain cart is giants, the tractor's giants. This is a giant's, full-on giant's problem with Farming Simulator 25. You can't see your crop in your tipper slash trailer slash auger wagon, grain cart, whatever you want to call it. Wish I could pick up some actual barbecue for the game tomorrow, or even for the Daytona 500 maybe, but they're closed on the day of. I guess I could buy some before, but it's never the same as getting it fresh. Oh, they're having the Super Bowl tomorrow, which is American football. And then they're doing the Daytona 500 next Sunday, which is NASCAR. Probably two of the biggest American sports. Super Bowl with football, American football. Daytona 500 with NASCAR, World Series with baseball. What does the NBA have? March Madness or something like that. Stanley Cup with hockey. Don't even get me to line about tennis because I don't even know. Um, they have something, I'm sure. Wimbledon, something like that. Or that's like a stadium or something, isn't it? What are the other big sports? Are there any others? I know there's soccer, which is what the rest of the world they call football or football, but we call it soccer here. We don't really play rugby. We don't play cricket. Mm, I think that's it. Football, baseball, basketball, hockey. We have golf, but we have the PGA tour stuff, so. No, I didn't see that auto load trailer. Who put it out? And is Steam acting weird? Rocking S Ranch Fabrication. Super Bowl, I know you can watch it. There's several places like on your streaming devices that you can watch it for free. I think NBC is going to be the like one of the main, like the main channel to host it. Is that in the mod hub trend, or is that on an itch? Okay, I'll have to check that out. Yes, YT Woody, this is PC. We're on Gage, Kentucky. From Gagefield, or by Gagefield. Alright, so you see how this auger wagon grain cart, how you can't see the corn in it, right? It has this issue where for some reason that just disappears. I've been told that you can get, what is it Easy Developer? Where you can reset your textures and stuff like that. I'm gonna go empty this, and then I'm gonna reset it, and that should fix it too. If I wasn't close to the shop like I am, I probably would not do this. I'd be like always, like wouldn't care. I wonder if it'll still empty when I detach from it, if it still has that magic. Nope. It will stop. Okay. Let me let it empty first. So you can't see the corn in it. According to this, there's nothing in there, but there's something in there. All you can see is basically, yeah, you can't see any of the corn. Yeah, for what's coming out of the pipe there. Alright, so now, I'm going to disconnect from that. I'm going to go right in here. And I'm going to click on that. And we will reset that. Alright, I'm going to run over to the shop real quick. Grab that grain cart. Yeah, horse, I would say if you want to do horses, that's really just more of a enjoyable thing that, you know, it's there's no money in horses. We've looked at that and there's no money to be made. When they first came out with horses, I think you made a lot more money than you do now. But by the time you take into the account of what you feed them, the transportation of them, having to take care of them, and then actually turning around and like selling them, there's no money in horses. But if you really want to do horses, there's not really much to them. I mean, you have to buy the dedicated transport trailer to transport them if you want to buy them from like the animal dealer that way. Then you feed them what, oats and hay, I think. And you have to ride them periodically. You still have to brush them. I think you have to brush them too. So yeah, that's really just more of like a kind of like having an ATV in Farming Simulator. It's really just something more of, hey, let's go for a horse ride, you know. If you're in it to make, if you want to get in it to make money, there's no money in it. There's still money in cows, and I think you can make money in pigs, and of course chickens give you eggs. But depends on how deep you want to go into it. I think this larger grain cart pushes on even this tractor. This is a Magnum. You'd almost need a articulated beast for this. Well, go for it. If you like the horses, you can go into the wardrobe and put you on a cowboy outfit, get you a cowboy hat. Old man, I think he usually wears a cowboy hat. Don't know if you want to put on like spurs or something like that. I don't even know if they have those. I think there's some boots in there though. Go find you a hill or mountaintop to sit on your horse on and sit there and look at the sun, watch the sunset, and whistle a little bit and say old things like, I've been around these parts for a long time. Actually, that's The Winds of Change by Scorpions, but you kind of get the gist of it. I'm not guessing anybody's done a mod yet for like horse races yet, have they? It's like there might be money in it if you could do horse races. So see, now I can see my corn in there again. How long does it take for it to disappear again? We'll find out. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Would they lose their E rating if they put horse races in the game? I don't know. They won't put cheeseburgers in the game for that reason. I don't know. Whatever floats your boat, Blue. But just an FYI, there are no bumblebees in Farm Sim that I know of. There are honeybees, where you can do honey. And there's a lot of this stuff stems off of what productions do you want to do. So if you wanted to do, I think, what is it, cereal? That requires honey, you would need honeybees for that. Yeah. And then eggs, you'll need eggs for a lot of like your other productions. It depends on if you have any modded productions too, I guess, but you'll need milk, eggs, a lot of times flour, stuff like that. If you want to do like the cakes, based on the in-game stuff, if you wanted to do cakes, you would need that kind of stuff for that. I think the cereal factory, a lot of that stuff needs honey. You know the dong. I'm guessing you probably meant song there. Cool water. It actually mentions the horse in the lyrics. Cool water, no. I've heard of the song. What is that song? Went through the desert on a horse with no name. Went through the out of the rain. Okay. Did you see the mod that should fix the flickering? Which flickering and which mod are you talking about? Well, can't see my corn again. You think something like this they could fix? Oh, it shows, it looks like a graphics card. Which flickering is the problem? You mean like the flickering when stuff drives away from you? Or does it fix this thing in the... If it'll show me my corn in my bin and keep showing it to me, then I'll download it right away. But I'm gonna say if the FS22 mod hub is still there, I think there was a mod for Super Strength, wasn't there? I don't know, it depends on if you're on PC or console. You can use a lumberjack if you're on PC. Now if you wanted to go like a legit route, you would have to do Silver Run and complete the roller coaster and ride it. You'd have to ride it a certain number of times and then you would get gifted Super Strength on FS22. If you turn back toward the building, it may flicker briefly because only the low resolution textures are visible, and the game then reloads the high resolution textures to the memory. This mod resets the limit of the texture memory use from the default 4 GB to the available memory VRAM of the graphics card. Are mine flickering? I don't see any flickering. And Gaming with Farm Boy, thank you for that follow from earlier. Didn't see that. I'm going to have to find a better way to keep an eye on that activity feed there. can't resize my windows the way I really want to. I need to see if I can put it on like a dedicated window. Yeah. I don't know, you'd think they would have fixed it by now. You know they're aware of it. They have to be. But they haven't fixed it yet. Kind of like the flickering with the headlights at night. I noticed, I've been doing a lot of night work on this map, and it's not just the map; it's the in-game maps too. But when you turn your headlights on an equipment, that they flicker, and it's hard to really explain. But you don't have to change them from high beams to low beams. You can be sitting, and if you change your camera angle, the lights will literally like flicker brighter or lower in brightness depending on your camera angle. I don't know if I can demonstrate that here in the daytime. Might be one of those things that you have to just do at night. Harder to see. Yeah, it may just be something you have to see at night. The emergency pack, yeah, that I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why it keeps saying failed. Should be an in-game mod hub download. We used to have issues with downloading stuff sometimes back in 22. Might try restarting your game and then going back into the mod hub and trying to download it. That sounds more like a internet problem or something there for you, Blue. Good morning, Big Al. Favorite brand of tractor? I'd probably have to lean more towards the Deere side of things. I do enjoy using the Case equipment, the International, the New Holland Ford. Just depends on, I don't know, it just depends. Depends on what I've got available to me, or, you know, what I'm in the mood to use, but I usually tend to lean them more towards the John Deere side of things. Yep, I just saw that big owl. I don't know why. That's what it is. It let me do it. It all depends on the context. I think it's just one of those things that is going to automatically flag because there's stupid people out there that use it as a like a what's the word, like a I can't say the word, detogatory, is that the word? Detogatory, that don't sound right. De they use it as a bad word. Derogatory, that's it, that's the word. Yeah, there's people out there that use it as like in a derogatory context. That's why the automod automatically flags that particular phrase. What they don't realize is we're playing a farming game, and that's what the piece of equipment is called. So, yeah, it is what it is. What do they call them in here? Where are they at in here? Oh, they're there. Well, yeah, they call them cotton harvesters. I don't think they... That's literally what the P means in it, though. So CP 690 stands for cotton picker. It's cotton picker 690. And then these are that's a cotton stripper. Surprised they didn't flag stripper. You would think stripper would be a derogatory term or something. Oh, well, there's one. That's a mod, though. That's the roller, the John Deere 7760 roller picker. I guess it's not really cotton picker. I think it has to be those two words together. Yeah, that says roller picker there. But literally the CP in the 690, that's what that means. Oh, boy. It's just one of those, you know, kind of like cracker. You can't say cracker anymore. And I like crackers. Especially like the Ritz crackers. Not so much the, what's the ones with the reduced salt? What do they call them now? I think they call it hint of salt now. Not so much those. I like the wheat Ritz crackers. Or even like the Keebler crackers. Those are pretty good. Normally you get those for salads and stuff. But yeah, no, give me the OG Ritz cracker. I like Cracker Jack. It used to come with a prize in it. Yeah, see, it flags it every time. How do I... So, basically, it's the way this is set up. I'm going to allow that one. So, basically, the way this is set up is it asks me, and it gives me a certain time frame to respond to whatever the auto mod flags. So if I don't respond to it in time it will expire. So Big Al, yours expired. I didn't see it until I noticed that some of the word there was highlighted, and I'm like, what is that? So I clicked on it and it showed me whether to allow or deny it. Now if somebody uses something in the wrong context, yeah, I'm probably gonna deny it, and then they'll probably get a ban like right away. But if you're using it like, you know, I'm driving a John Deere cotton picker down the highway, you know, or I want to eat a Ritz cracker, you know, or, you know, buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. That's okay. But you know, you have the bots and the AI and all that stuff now that flag the stuff. Oh, you can't say that. You can't say that term. Well, I mean, it's a fact of life. I mean, that's literally in the branding for the equipment. You know? What would Ritz do? You know, I mean, that what would they call it? Ritz wafers? I don't think that would be accurate. Ritz salted biscuits? I don't know. Somebody might be offended by salted. I mean, where do you draw the line at? It all depends on what context you're using it in. That's the thing with AI. They can't tell what context it's being used in. They just know that it's spelled this way. That's a red flag. No. Are we done yet? We're getting there. Getting there, getting closer. This is the last crop that we have to harvest in this in-game year. Old man's over there working on the grass field with the MacDon. Somewhere. Right there, yep. Yeah, it's just looking for the keywords. It doesn't really check for context or anything like that. Oh, come on, Buttercup, fill me up. Another one of those situations where you got to have the right kind of grain cart to go with your harvesters. This one you have to put it right on the edge to get it to fill. Otherwise it will not detect you. Uh-oh, you had an accident with a trailer? Wee-haw. Wee-haw. Yeah, you did. How did this happen? Good thing I ate my Wheaties this morning. Ugh. Should hook up to it. Yep. There you go. Nice trailer. It's available in the mod hub. That is the Lizard trailer. I can't remember the name of it. Let's see. That one right there. The Lizard Underbelly. That's what it's called. It's customizable. You can change the decals on it, paint it. Got some different options. We've used that one before. I was kind of surprised that they changed the capacity on the Wilson pace setter, which is basically what that is. But they changed the capacity from when they first introduced it in Farming Simulator 19. It used to have a 60,000 liter capacity, and they changed it down to 40,000. I wonder if that's more accurate or what the difference there is. Maybe they tried to convert bushels to liters or something and didn't get the math right. Was always 40,000? Now I remember that Wilson trailer being 60 when the game first came out. I'm talking about 19, not 25. It's always been 40 and 25. It was 40 in 22 when 22 came out. But in 19, it was actually 60, I do believe. Let me double check. I want to see if I can find it. Let's see. FS 19. Wilson. There were fact sheets back there. Finding everything for mods, but I'm trying to find the base game. There's Super B. I probably have a screenshot of it somewhere. What is the smallest and cheapest harvester in the base game? Blue, do you not have the equipment thing that you can go to look at that? Do you not have the shop? Like that right there? I found all of the stuff for the crops. Okay, here we go. Bingo, found it. Yep, that's it. 60,000. I also found this, John. I saw your picture there. But this is the original fact sheet from Farming Simulator 19. That is the trailer there to the right of the quad track. And if you click on that and zoom into the Wilson trailer there at the bottom on the right, you can see the capacity there, 60,000. So the Wilson pace setter used to be 60,000 liters in capacity. Now when you go to look at the in-game, of course, I don't think there is an in-game one, but when you look at the Giants one, and I don't know if I still have mine loaded in here, it is now 40,800. So yeah, 40.8, that's 40,800. So it wasn't originally 40,000. Originally, when they first came out with it, it was 60,000 liters. I always wondered what the story was behind that. Why did they change that? Were they wrong in the beginning? Did they change it to be more accurate? Were they just being generous in the beginning? I don't know. Took me forever to find that fact sheet too. You'd think, just the simple Google search would find that. Wonder why they had so much back in 19. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. Why did they? If the capacity was realistically 40,800, why did they make it 60,000 when they released the game? I don't know. Maybe they were being generous. Who knows? I don't know. Still wish they would do the American standard of measurement when it comes to stuff. You know, bushels, tons, stuff like that. But you gotta make it in game across the board when you go in, and it'd be nice to have that setting. You know, put it in there somewhere like dollars versus euros versus, you know, whatever else they got in there. Put in there like the metric measuring system and then the standard measuring system, which is the US. Would be nice. Freedom units. Think Wilson paid him to fudge it? I don't know about that. But yeah, and I know there's been like the unit convert mod and stuff like that, but you gotta, if you're gonna do it, it needs to be done within the base game. Otherwise, stuff doesn't come out right. Yeah, the only downside with the mods is like stuff within the base game conflicts with the unit convert if it's part of a mod. So, say for instance, you go to do a contract, and let's say that contract requires, like you're harvesting off that field, it's got a set number of liters of, say, wheat. So the contract requires 20,000 liters of wheat, and the field is calculated to a predetermined 20,000 liters of wheat for that contract. Well, with the unit convert, if you do bushels, if that's not set just right when you go to do that contract within the base game, it will not be right. It will not be accurate. Because there's really no fully accurate way to convert it other than to build it into the game, like as a base game unit measurement. So like you could say the contract could read out, you need 200 bushels of this product or so many tons of this product, and then have that measurement built into all of that coding for the contract, for the productions, you know, what it takes to fill up the production or whatever, and then do the same thing across the board with all the pallets, the grain carts, the trailers, the tanks, the tankers. Yeah, you can get a mod to show that, where it says bushels and everything, but unless you have it that way just built into the game across the board to apply to all those different applications of the game, then it you know, it won't really work. Yeah, see, there goes some flickering right now. Fuzzy's going by with that green cart. I think it's flickering on my screen. Y'all see that? Alright, I don't think I can go another round because I'm at 99%. Let me go dump this off in the thing. It's because you were going so fast. Just wish I could see my green. Seems like a simple thing they could fix. Guess I could just keep my cover on. Out of sight, out of mind. But when I go to fill, you know, I still gotta uncover it. Still no green. Oh well. Wonder what the next color scheme will be for the next farm sim game. So the color kind of theme for Farming Simulator 19. I'm looking at John. I'm looking at the screenshot you put in there. The color scheme for Farming Simulator 19 was orange. The color scheme for Farming Simulator 22 was blue. And the color scheme for Farming Simulator 25 is green. So you can see the green when you go around, especially when you go to like the menu pages. Kind of like that right there. Let me go to a piece of equipment here. Tractors. Yeah, see it has kind of the green theme around like the text and the buttons down there and stuff like that. Need to go to something with a capacity though, so I really need like a tipper. Can't remember what color 17 was. You know, a lot of things there might not have been like an assigned theme to it. Normally, it's like the kind of what the logo's kind of based off of. So the 25 has a green white text with green on it. The 22 logo was white text with blue background. 17, well, 19 had white text with an orange background. 17, if I remember right, it had the white text with the red background. I'd have to look at all the different farming simulators logos here now. Simulator logos. A way I can look at them all at the same time. Can't do this and farm at the same time. Hang on, I gotta offload my combine. Maybe I should be more specific in my search. Farming Simulator 15 through 25. Fifteen had the red background. Oh, 17 had a green. I was wrong. 15 had a red background with white text. 17 had a green background with white text. So it's kind of like 25. Not quite the same green, but .25 is more of a pea green, and then 17 was more of like a, I don't know, hunter green or emerald green maybe. 25 almost looks like more of a like the cloth green. So I guess that would be closer with the tractor that's there. Oh, we're getting there. We might finish the corn today. Fuzzy and I have been working on the corn, and old man's been over there just smoking that grass. No, not smoking the grass. Nope. He's over there been working on the grass. Working on it, getting it done. He did grass up north, and now he's doing the main grass field over there on the east side. Knocking it out over there, too. Then we get to bale it tomorrow and wrap it. We may have to divide and conquer. We'll put somebody on a baler. Probably or maybe get two balers. Definitely the crone one with the silage additive tank on it. Go fly around. Anything on sale yet? Same stuff. Same stuff. Let's go check on old man. Fly my drone over here. There he is. Hi, old man.
Oh, that's got
Do what?
I had my mic on mute.
So this is drone one to old man.
Go ahead, drone one.
We've got an aerial view of you and the Mac down there.
I don't see you.
We have the cloaking device on.
Copy that.
So yeah, that should be all fully fertilized there too. Yep. So basically, we'll go in, bale what old man has cut, wrap it, get those bales off the field, and then immediately roll it. That way, it should be ready by April of next year. Did you get all the bales wrapped up there on that northern field?
Yeah, they're all wrapped, picked up. I just haven't moved any of the equipment down.
Okay.
It's a little bit of a drive.
Yeah. It's up there. I can't even tell which way I'm flying. Which way am I flying? Hang on, I gotta get my bearings. Where am I? Okay. There's that. So that field should be right over here. Yep, it's clean. So yeah, we got several stacks of bales there. We'll when we get done with this corn harvest, probably grab those bales and take them down to
Oh no, I lost connection.
the white farm. What?
I lost connection.
Uh-oh. Yeah, you did.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
I didn't lose Tuesday.
No. Say more things.
Uh, I didn't lose connection to TeamSpeak. But can you hear me?
I can hear you. I was trying to see if you were robot-y at all.
Was there?
I was trying to see if you were. You kind of sounded like you might have been there for a second, but.
Well, I am a little hoarse. I've been coughing a lot, so.
Oh, okay. I was gonna have you cite the Pledge of Allegiance. Did we lose you?
No, I'm still here.
Okay.
I didn't lose my gamer. Got kicked off.
You just got out of the game.
Yeah. Lost connection.
Lost connection to it, yeah. I don't know. I was just flying around, looking at the bales. Wouldn't think that would have done it. Oop, I disconnected. Not from the game, but from my grain cart. Yep, we're just about full. on corn. Got room for more soybeans. I'm going to take another 2-minute break and then I'll be back. Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Do you know how to sheep farm? Yep. Buy some sheep, feed them grass. That's pretty much it. Very, very low maintenance sheep are. Feed them grass. You can feed them grass or hay, but grass is probably the easiest thing. And then you take, if you want to get into the production side of things, you'll have your wool spawn. Take your wool to the spinnery where they'll make fabric. And then you take your fabric to the tailor shop and they'll make clothes. And you can sell the clothes. Tend to prefer doing the cotton side of things when it comes to clothes, though. I would say maybe another round with this combine, and then maybe another round with his combine over there, the International, and we'll have this. Be done. So we still got plenty of propane in there, right? Yeah. Okay. Good deal. Probably gonna pull that oat out of the dryer up there. And then I may start that dryer up there, and I may haul that down. I may haul that down here to this dryer. I don't know. When I built that dryer up there, I was thinking, well, if we have that additional crop, It'd be nice to have the dryer up there ready to go. And I may keep it just to have another location, especially since we got the bigger fields up there. But if we do cotton up there, and if we do rice up there, really the only two that we need to dry would be corn and soybeans. All right, well, the time has come. We will knock out this corn. We've got just a very little bit. Maybe another pass with mine, and maybe another pass with his. Make sure those guys don't collide over there. Nope, they're good to go. All right, we will finish this on up, and we're going to start working on probably wrapping bales and putting the bales into storage. All right, let's get ready to rumble. Not rumble. Go over here, go over there. We're gonna go in there. All right, we are gonna go raid to John over at Puma Plow. Watch some Puma Plow this afternoon. So, until tomorrow, 7 a.m. Central Standard Time, right here on Twitch. Remember, you reap what you sow. It's Matt from the Green Arcade. We'll see y'all in the next one. YouTube will see you guys later too. All right, here we go.